Hello there, my name is Dr. William Bird. I'm a GP, but also CEO of Intelligent Health. And today, what I'm hoping to do is to inspire you to become active for your well-being and for your mental health. Everyone, all of us, have had a difficult time over the last few weeks. But now, as things start to get a little bit easier and we can start to get out of the house a bit more, is the time to try and improve that physical activity so that you can improve your well-being. So let's just remind ourselves about what activity we need to do. There are three different parts to this. The first part is the muscles. Now that may not be the thing you're expecting to be right at the top, but the muscles are the most important for helping us to maintain our posture, prevent back pain and arthritis, but also we now know that it actually helps prevent diabetes if you've got good muscle tone, and also other things like dementia, cardiovascular disease, and depression. All of those are associated with very poor muscle tone. So the muscles have a big impact on our health, and lifting anything that you can, whether it's shopping, whether it's gardening, whether it's housework, maybe that you just want to lift up some sort of water bottles in bags and do that as an exercise, or if you've got dumbbells, or if you want to do press-ups, anything to try and get the muscles more active. If you're a bit housebound and you really find it difficult to get about, then just getting out of the chair a few times in a day and trying to keep those exercises going. So that's the first thing. Try and do that at least 3 times a week for about 10 to 15 minutes. The second thing is what you'd expect, the aerobic exercise. That's walking, cycling, jogging, any sport, any activity that raises your pulse rate, makes you breathe a little bit faster. And you're meant to do about 150 minutes of that in a week. That's divided up into about 10-minute bouts. Try and do that all the way through the week rather than just saving it up. When you do go outdoors, make sure, of course, you keep your social distancing still. Make sure you go from your house, from a door, around a block and to the door again. That's a bit better in the fact that you explore the local area. Of course, you can go out now a little bit further if you want to. And obviously at the moment it's still people with your own household, or now with one other member of a household if you are alone. So those are the two most important, but there's a third one which people forget, and that is the sedentary behaviour. You're trying to break that sitting for keeping it to shorter periods. So that means that you don't sit down for any longer than about 40 minutes to an hour. You then get up, walk around. Now, the reason why this is so important is you've got lots of little batteries in all the cells of your body called mitochondria. And what they do is that they power everything in our body. They power the muscles, the heart, the brain, all the enzymes, everything is powered by these little mitochondria, these batteries. If you don't do anything, then they start to leak out electrons. Now, those electrons cause damage around the cell and can actually destroy the cell. They cause premature aging, they cause inflammation, they can cause diseases. In fact, they can cause about 23 diseases, including dementia, cancers, heart disease, diabetes, even contribute to obesity. So if you are inactive for a long period of time, those little electrons called free radicals, better known, escape out of those batteries because they're not being used and they cause the damage. Every time you get up and move around, you kind of relieve the tension in those batteries. You send off a little bit of that power, and that stops them from overflowing, and that's why it's so important to keep active. That is all the way through the day. Nighttime it's okay, but during the daytime, break up the sedentary behaviour. So now we've done that, let's think about how it can improve your mental health. So first of all, when you become active, you're often outdoors. You may be looking around, you may be involved with nature, and nature has a very important role in preventing depression and anxiety. It helps us de-stress the brain, allows this fascination of effortless concentration on things around us. That's really important to recharge the brain and allow you to have a context of all the problems that you're going through, a bit of reflection. If you're doing exercise, you can often be with someone else, and of course that is incredibly important. But also, when you're exercising, the endorphins and other aspects of the body all start to change to make the brain much more efficient. And one of those things is the immune system. Now, when you are stationary for a long period of time, sedentary, not moving around, not doing any exercise, you build up this inflammation. That was because of the mitochondria. And that means the immune system starts to attack the body, and that can actually cause problems in the brain where it actually gives you depression and anxiety. So the less activity you do, the more depression and anxiety tends to come about. And that's because you're creating this immune system attacking the brain. Also, the energy for the immune system is really huge. So it takes energy away from other functions of the brain, making you feel tired all the time. So we know the endorphins, we know about being outdoors, we know about the immune system. All of these things contribute to the well-being and make us much more resilient in the way we can deal with things. So get that exercise in if you possibly can. Start to build it up if you haven't done anything at all. Anything is better than nothing, so don't be too alarmed if you're nowhere near 150 minutes. And you will see and feel so much better, and your immune system calming down will allow your brain to function so much more clearly that you'll start to hopefully deal with those problems, but of course are surrounding us all, but you're better equipped once you're active. Thank you.